Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest 2.7.2, and we are here with our heir Kuma, the heir to the Starry Skies pack, and his brand new just discovered mate Willow. And these two are still roaming around Amethyst Mountain right now. We're kind of, oh, there's some elk right over here. Let's go ahead and have a little nibble. There we go. Oh, would you like some, Willow? Kuma is definitely, he's a huge eater. He has a gigantic appetite, but I'm sure he would share with you, Willow, so no worries about that. But we are here with our Generation 2 Starry Skies heir Kuma and his brand new mate Willow. These two have just met on top of a mountain. They've decided that they like each other enough. I have a feeling that they're both kind of friendly and a little bit goofy, but they've decided that they like each other enough that they're going to go ahead and try starting a wolf pack. And they're also going to go ahead and try getting a little bit better at hunting together. Ooh, look at Willow. She's really eager. All right, let's go ahead and see. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah, look at her go. Nice, Willow. You're really fast. All right, and we're going to see if we can get a little bit better at hunting together with these two before we move on so that they can spend the rest of the year together. We're saying this is the time they're spending together before winter arrives, and we are ready to be expecting our puppies. All right, and it's going to be hard. A lot of you guys are really saying don't make Kuma any faster. I did tweak his speed just a little bit, but a lot of you guys are saying don't make Kuma any faster. Just try a whole bunch of new hunting tactics, new hunting skills that he's not really had to use before. Like this. Oh my gosh! Oh, that was actually really exciting! I don't think I've ever had such a successful crouch down at a cow elk before. Oh, that really could be fun. But yeah, all right. Maybe we won't go through. Come on, Willow, we need your help. Maybe we won't go through and actually adjust his skills anymore just because I have to learn a new way to hunt. Maybe we'll actually just focus on trying to figure out, there we go, come on, Willow, how to hunt with Willow. There, this is awesome. All right, come on, take this cow elk down. Grab him. Ah, I keep trying to grab. Oh, look at that. And these two are really working great together. So yes, I think you guys are totally right on not changing his skills and just kind of rolling with whatever his stats may be. In the future, I may even do random generators to determine what kind of speed, stamina, and strength our wolf pups will have. Also, whatever happened to them in their puphood does have a bit of an effect. Wow! Willow, that was great! And these two are really learning how to hunt together. This is fantastic. I was pretty darn worried about them for a little bit there because it looked like Kuma was just going to starve himself right to death when he was trying to hunt on his own. I could almost hear his companion cousin Spirit, who we will be meeting with when we go over to the Saddle Meadows Den, their traditional family den, where the Starry Skies pack will continue having their puppies for now. That's just clearly the den Kuma would pick because it's covered in bears, and bears are kind of his thing. But we will be meeting with Spirit, not over there, who's going to be our cousin companion when we get there. And remember, you guys, Spirit is more there for story purposes. The game is currently not set up to be able to show you additional wolves in your wolf pack unless you're playing multiplayer. But I am too shy for multiplayer, so that's why we don't do it. What's this? Is this? Oh, it's the back end of an elk rump. I didn't recognize it because I was looking at it from it looked kind of like a stump from down here. You know, before the blood and the ribs start showing, then it looked like an elk again. But yeah, we're here with Kuma, and yeah, you don't have. I'm looking for those elk again because that was kind of fun to try out a new style of hunting. And Kuma will have Spirit, his cousin companion, with him because from now on we will always have the line of companion wolves from Wisp's line. So her legacy, there they are. Her legacy will be that we will always have a companion wolf with us, but it will be there for story purposes because after 200, we are officially over 200 episodes of WolfQuest, by the way, but after over 200 episodes, we have started adding in a lot more story elements, and so that's why we have straw polls and things where you guys get to help us vote, and you guys are actually going to be helping us vote on Spirit's personality today, the thing that he would spend his free time doing the most. So whatever you choose as the thing that he would try to develop as a skill to do in his free time will end up helping the pack or hurting the pack in the future when we have more random adventures pop up. So the straw poll for today actually has nothing to do, there's a weak one right there, nothing to do with Kuma and nothing to do with Willow, and everything to do, if I can just get, let's wait, I really want that elk right there, not the one in front of us, but the one next to her. Oh my gosh. Right there. Oh, I didn't run! And then I ran into an elk! Oh, it is a lot harder to do sneaking and crouching and work our way over there. But that's why, like many apex predators, wolves often lose more elk hunts than they start. Alright, by far. I think the stat for most apex predators is you only end up getting like 1 out of 10 or even 1 out of 15, 1 out of 20 or even less if you're super inexperienced. You only end up getting that many successful hunts every time you start a hunt. And it takes a lot of energy to start a hunt. Okay, grab her and don't let go. Grab and don't let go. There we go. Come on, Willow, come on. We're relying on you now, Willow. We need you to come in and like smack this elk. Wow, these two really could take this elk down together very quickly if they work well together. I'm excited. But yeah, today's straw poll is actually going to be voting on Spirit's personality. So what he does in his free time, basically. What he does to help out around the den, what he does to help take care of the pups, what he does to investigate ancestor blessings or try to potentially break the sorrow of the skies effect that we're currently having. And that'll be really fun because you guys will decide, come on, go. Yeah, look at these two go. They are really nice and strong. So you guys will end up deciding a lot of where the story could potentially go in the future as a result of what you vote for Spirit's personality. And then a couple other really important things, you guys. I have been frantically updating the Wolf Quest documents. So if you look down in the video description, you will also find, wow, there's a lot of dead elk everywhere. You will also find not a lot of dead elk, like I just said, but a link to the Wolf Quest documentation that is slowly but surely starting to be expanded. So it'll go into the history of the different generations, the history of the different packs. Eventually, I'm going to add a terminology page. So when I talk about things like ancestor blessings, you guys will have an idea of what I'm talking about. So that'll be explained. All right, I kind of want to look around for a bear. Believe it or not, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for either our first fox or a bear. Let's see, because we need to chase off 2 more bears and we can actually earn another ancestor blessing. And by the way, you guys should be seeing a little overlay, if I have done everything correctly, that will now tell you what pack we're on, the current mate, like the current wolves that are in the pack, what litter they're on, and it will tell you how many ancestor blessings we have left. So I'm going to start trying to do that so you guys will have a quick and easy way just to glance down at the screen and be able to know where we are and what the risks are for our pack and if we're under any special effects, like we're under the sorrow of the storms right now, where we are not able to like make it day. It's stuck being night because we're relying on the moon pack because the Stormy Skies pack killed Basil with lightning. And until we find a mate in the rain, it could be generations and generations of ending up with just it being night, like an eternal night for a long time. All right, but yes, that Wolf Quest documentation, and we are working our way over towards the creek, don't worry. I'm kind of looking around for a bear, kind of want to do another hunt really quick, and we'll just see. I want to see if we stumble on a fox. We're also looking for that. But the Wolf Quest documents have been majorly updated to try to help you guys keep track of the packs, keep track of notable episodes. There's a link to the gigantic Facebook gallery filled with all sorts of absolutely fantastic fan art that you guys have sent in. I'm adding more and more to that almost every day as I get more and more fan art coming on in. All right, we'll walk around for a second. Where are the elk when you want them, you know? And I'm really looking forward to sharing more of the stories with you guys because it really makes it a lot easier, even for me, to have those documents to look back at the lineage and to look back at the wolves and to get ready for all sorts of adventures and details and stories. All right, looks like there's some elk going this way. Are they going this way or the other way? All right, there they are. All right, now we've learned our lesson. These two, even Willow is also not the fastest, so these two are actually having, I would say, to draw on some of Kuma's lineage from the Moon Pack, which was a very sly pack, especially with Nightlight. Nightlight was probably one of the smartest wolves. Nightlight and Moon Dancer were probably 2 of the smartest wolves I think we've ever had. Oh, are we? Oh, we're totally downwind. Okay, let's run around the other side because I want to try to perfect these hunting skills before we move to the next area. There we go. All right, we'll come over here. Now we're hopefully downwind, so the elk shouldn't sense us. And we need to pick out a weak one and climb through the bushes. It is much more challenging already, so I really hope that we'll be able... Not that one. I want to go for like one of the middle guys, because I'm pretty sure Yeah, I'm pretty... No, that guy's apparently not weak. I thought he was weak. He's not. What about you? Not weak. Not weak. What about you? Tell me you're weak. You're literally right in front of my... Nope, you're not weak. You're backing up. Willow, Willow, we don't want to take on that one, Willow. Oh, there we go. Somebody got skidded. Somebody got skedaddled. All right, maybe this one. This one. 100% this one. No, I have a hard time bursting from crouch to run. Oh, she's smart. She drags us through her sisters. All right, I got a couple blows in. A couple of strong blows, actually. Kuma does have quite the bite on him. All right, let's see if we can get latched onto her Elky rump once again. And then actually, I think this little forest to our left here does occasionally tend to have quite a few bears. So we can see if we can run into a bear or two, because Kuma's special ability is every 5 bears that we run into, he gets new ancestor blessing to use either for himself or to break the curse or the sorrow of the skies effect. So I'm actually going to let you guys vote on that in the future if we ever do get the 12 ancestor blessings, if we should use it to break the sorrow of the skies, or if we should use it to go ahead and, there we go, fill up our tummies a little bit, or if we should use it just for the puppies and to use it for the generations and just be okay with the fact that it's going to be an eternal night until one of our wolf heirs, and it could include spirits, so it can be our companion wolves as well, falls in love in the middle of a storm. So that's going to be very interesting. It's a very specific time frame that only happens once in each wolf's life, though, unless we happen to lose our mate, and that can potentially happen. If you guys, like, we lost Geo actually, so if you guys end up voting on that in adventure, like one of the adventure choices in our straw polls, we could end up losing Willow. Poor innocent Willow. Do you really want to do that to her, you guys? So be careful. But yes, so today's poll is going to be determining Spirit's personality. Like I said, it is probably highly, tremendously worth it to go ahead and check out the documents because everything is being updated. I'm trying to make everything a lot easier to follow. I'm trying to make everything easier to catch up if you haven't been around for the many generations that we have had. You know what? And we're going to run this way just one last time because I really want to see a fox. And I think a whole bunch of them and the bears tend to pop up back towards where we started. So we're just going to run over there one last time because we haven't seen a single fox yet. And apparently there's a whole bunch of them here on the mountain. I just need to find the right spot to look. But yeah, I highly recommend checking out those documents and letting me know what other things might be helpful for you guys so that it's as the generations go by, because you guys continually beg and support for Daily Wolf Quest, and we're going to be having Daily Wolf Quest all through the month of July and August as part of the Summer of the Wolves special event. Then I want you guys to also be able to really appreciate the stories that you have brought to life through your comments, your art, the things that you voted on, your support. I really want you guys to be able to get the full grasp of just how immense and amazing they are. So I'm going to work hard to try to keep those things updated. All right, now all of that blabbling aside, we're going to run alongside with Willow and we're going to give this area a good sniff. Just a really good sniff. Look at all this. Beautiful. Look at all these flowers. And we're going to see, because sometimes around these trees, I think bears and foxes and other things will kind of show up in this little spot. And if we don't have anything show up, like up towards that rock too, I think is what it is. And if we don't have anything show up, then we'll go ahead and move on. And we will find out what Spirit was up to. If he's come up with anything useful, like decreasing the difficulty, increasing the difficulty, doing something so that we'll have a new challenge for the next litter. Darn, no bears, no foxes, no nothing. Kuma, I guess they've heard about how tough you are and everybody's been scared off, buddy. And Willow, we're gonna figure out her personality too. If she doesn't really seem to develop too solid of a personality on her own, then that again is something that you guys will have the opportunity to vote on. So be sure to keep your eyes out because like I said, one of the big reasons I'm putting that big gigantic document together is not only to keep up on everything and not only to be able to keep the lineages clear, but to be able to share your fan art, your fan fiction, the stories, just the amazing way that there is that Coyote? The amazing way that you guys have brought all of this to life. All right, that's just a coyote. Darn, not a fox. I was really hoping. Coyote, fox, bear. I wish I could like pee on this rock or something. Can I jump on it? Hey, let me on the rock. Can I jump on it? Let me on this rock. Kuma would be like so eager. I bet he's bragging and bragging. There's another coyote. Well, we're fine then. I bet he would be bragging a little bit to Willow about how he's very good at chasing off bears. And you know what? He was right over here during a storm chasing a bear off. And I think that Willow might be a little bit concerned about that, actually. But yeah, I'm working really hard on the documentation, and you guys can click the link in the video description to be able to go see it. It's still a gigantic mess, but I'm going to be trying to put aside a little bit of time every day to work on all of the different kinds of documentations I'm starting, not only for this series, but our Sim series and other series as well, so that we can really show off the immense mass of amazing creative energy that all of you have put into this and helped bring to life. And that's a cougar. You know, I think this is where Kuma would kind of be a little embarrassed and sort of nudge Willow and be like, well, you know, I'm good at chasing bears off. I never said I was good at chasing cougars off. So this is almost like one of those nervous moments where they're both facing a very dangerous life and death situation, and they're just going to laugh about it and avoid the cougar and move on. So we're going to let these two adventure through the summer. Ooh, and they're going to get used to smelling this male cougar. Oh my goodness. And then we will meet back up with them in the winter when they have had time to grow together as a pack. And we will meet up with Spirit and see what his personality is going to be. And we'll get ready to have some brand new puppies. So you guys have suggested so many amazing names. I definitely know one name for a female wolf I'm going to pick if we're so lucky to get it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.